Hey, what's up, everyone? So we are back from vacation slash business trip, and it's been a hectic 5 days to say the least. It seems like there's always something major going on with Tryon and Archeage, and it's always negative. It's never really good when something goes down. And a lot, I think, has to do with all the hacking involved in the game. And so, what happened over this last couple of days, this weekend, two of the biggest hacks and exploits in the game actually came out. I was completely unaware of these. I do not browse hacker forums, or do not hack, or any cheating things like that. So these are all new to me. I have heard of like teleportation hacks and like land grab hacks and like the mod to see the auction house prices, but this was actually like item duping. So the first one that came out wasn't necessarily that bad of a hack. It was just a way to manipulate the RNG chest boxes. So I will show you here. It was a way to manipulate these guys right here. So inside you get two items out of them. And if you actually fill up your inventory with one spot open and then have one item that you want, like say the red regrade charm or the lucky sun points, you fill your item inventory up with those and you have one spot open. You open the box and the box won't actually open until you actually get your red regrade charm and then your other random miscellaneous item, because it has two items that it has to give you, and if you only have one item slot available and then you have a one already that's there, it's going to try and find that one for you. So that was the first exploit that came out, and honestly that one wasn't that bad. It was bad, but it's not like really screwy. The other one was pretty much infinite gold, infinite credits, which was horrible. So the other one is to do with like duping Apex. So it has to do with you having an Apex and then you going through this Mirage portal right as you're opening it or something like that, and then you eat the Apex while you're going through the portal loads, and while it loads, you consume the Apex, but you get the credits, but you don't actually lose the Apex, and then you just kind of do that, go through the portal, come out of the portal, go through the portal, come out of the portal, and it's just an endless loop of free Apex and free credits, which is an endless cycle of free gold and, you know, free marketplace items. So that was the crazy big one that kind of really set the world on fire here and made XL Games or Tryon to actually take down the cash shop. So the cash shop is no longer available because they don't want people to exploit the Apex. So as you can see here, it's under maintenance, and it's been under maintenance now for like almost a day, I think. Again, I don't know. I just got back home yet last night, and so I'm not sure exactly how long the cash shop's been down for. But yeah, the cash shop has been down for some time now, and it's still down today, Monday morning. So this craziness. So those things have dramatically shifted the economy. We will go back through here, Scapes' statement. So we have Scapes' statement over here. We're investigating the reports, marketplace. If confirmed, we're capable of tracking and reversing gains made through it, which is great. They're gonna, go through their exploit policy, and anyone found abusing will be actioned. Which that's not very reassuring, because abusing means that they had to do it like repetitively. So if you used it a few times, like 5 or 6 times, you're probably gonna be safe, and you're probably not gonna lose anything. It just means if you used it 50 times, then you're going to get banned or suspended, depending on what they do. It says this means if you exploit it to gain a thing, you're going to lose said thing at minimum. The thing to do when discovering an exploit is to report it, not abuse it. As a precaution, we shut off the marketplace to prevent future exploitation of this abuse. So yeah, so it appears that like if you've done it, a couple times, you're not going to get anything happen to you. May lose your item. But then what they also posted is that if you actually transferred the item to someone, sold it on the auction house, you're not really going to lose anything. You might lose the gold that you got from it, but yeah, the item is still going to be in the actual economy, so it's going to do a ton of damage to the economy, and they're not gonna punish everyone, because otherwise they can't punish all the legit buyers that bought, say you duped and made 10,000 workers' compensation potions. You just listed them on the auction house and sold them. Not everyone knew that they were duped items, and you can't really differentiate between who bought the fake ones and who bought the real ones. So yeah, so all those workers' compensation potions will still be in the marketplace, and they're not taking them out, because otherwise everyone would have been affected and everyone would have everyone that used the auction house would have been affected, and everyone that bought something would have pretty much been in line with this cheating collusion. Hopefully they go through, and because there was a lot of regrade charms and lucky sun points, lucky moon points, hopefully they go ahead and actually delete all the like divine and epic weapons that were created, because a lot of weapons were actually created, and there's a post on the forums here that shows like 4 or 5 regrades went up to epic within minutes of each other, and that's just crazy. I mean, you shouldn't have that many things going on, and that's because the guy had endless money, endless regrade charms, and so it totally kills everything. So those weapons need to be killed. Even if he sold them to 10,000 different people and they went back and forth like a ping pong game, those things need to be killed. And if they don't kill those, they're setting a really, really bad precedent, because it's kind of obvious. You can find out, who really cheated to make divine Delphinad weapons or, epic weapons. You can find those, and those things are pretty easy to trace. And sure, they may have gone through, 10 to 15 different players transferring to transfer, but action all those accounts. All those accounts are in line with a great deal of cheating. Workers' compensation potions, I mean, that's something they can't really go into the nitty gritty and be like, okay, so there's 10,000 fake workers' compensation, but you bought this one, you're going to get it banned. But all the big ticket items like the red regrade charms, the lucky moon point, lucky sun points, all the like Delphinad weapons that were created, anything that's worth thousands upon thousands of gold, they should be taking those out. So we'll see how they actually handle this. It's actually a good thing that they're taking down the marketplace. I know there's some people that are complaining that they can't buy their taxes and can't buy their workers' compensation potions. So I mean, they're losing money. No question about it, because they cannot sell anything with the marketplace down. But they're trying to actually fix this rather than just kind of run with it and roll with it. So that's a good thing. Unfortunately, we wish this would have happened with like Aurora and the launch, but that didn't happen. So at least they're making progress and taking things down, because again, they cannot make any money when the marketplace is actually down. They make all their money through marketplace purchases. I think that they even took down the Apex. You can't even buy Apex off their store anymore on their website. So like they're really cutting off all of their money-making income sources to try and fix this. Again, of course, this is a top priority for them because this is their money. I mean, they're dealing with the money, and if they don't get money, they can't have the servers operated, and without the servers operated, the game dies. So granted, the game is already dying. I mean, you can see tons and tons of people quitting, and the servers are getting barer and barer. More exploits like this will just keep further pushing and killing the game, and that's going to be horrible, because then once you get to a low population, then you're going to the server mergers, and this was all assumed to happen sooner or later rather than sooner. I've always discussed within 3 months that there would be server merges, but if this trend keeps going on, World of Warcraft came out and the expansion, and a ton of players dropped off from Archeage. And so if this type of behavior and fraud and exploits keep coming out, you're going to keep pissing off your normal players. And especially if you don't deliver harsh punishments to them, you have to physically ban their accounts. And you also have to fix the problems. Because if they just ban the accounts, but they don't fix the problems, then you can just create a new account. It's a free game, and you can just keep doing the same exploit over and over again. And unless your fraud detection program is going to be working like on the hour and like deleting and banning players every hour, they're going to be able to get through and make a ton of money within that short period of time. It doesn't take very long to dupe the items. It doesn't take very long to actually create a lot of credits. There's a couple of videos on YouTube that were showing how to open up the boxes, how to make infinite Apex and the credits. So like it doesn't take very long to actually do those things. So even if they're alive for like an hour or 30 minutes, that's going to be a lot of damage to the economy. Sure, they can go and erase that damage potentially, but they're going to be missing something. So they have to actually fix the problem. And the issue here is they can't fix the problem. It has to go through XL Games, and XL Games is known to be horrible at patching and fixing the problem. And yeah, so we're pretty much screwed. And people foreshadowed this. They told about this because they knew that the Korean game and the Russian game is filled with hacks. And now again, we are filled with hacks as well. The only bright side is that they are trying to actually make things better. But we will have to just wait and see and just kind of roll it out. But I really don't recommend anyone taking the game really too serious and just playing the game very, very casually and like not necessarily caring too much about, the online virtual world and virtual stuff. Because I mean, the game is in a horrible, horrible state right now.